spill prevention, control, and countermeasure. By the numbers. Number 1. Protect the waters. Number 2. Protect the resource. Number 3. Protect your site. SPCC. By the numbers. Facilities nationwide use fuels and lubricants every hour of the day. In vehicles, in maintenance and operations, in manufacturing and hydraulic equipment. The list goes on. Oils are everywhere. They're at your site and in some way a part of your job. If you store, consume, handle, use, or transfer specific quantities of oil or oil products, SPCC, or Spill Prevention, Control, and Countermeasure training, is required by law. With all the beneficial uses business, government, and industry find for petroleum products, there also comes a responsibility. The responsibility to use and handle petroleum products safely and without causing harm to people, property, or the environment. Fortunately, facilities like yours make the effort to lead when it comes to protecting the environment. Protecting communities from oil pollution is a prime example of this leadership role. Regulated oils are present in many industrial, commercial, agricultural, and government operations. Anywhere oils are stored, transferred, handled, or used can be subject to the SPCC rule. Every employee should know what kinds of oils are present at the facility, where each is used or stored, and how much is normally on hand. Oils may be stored in horizontal or vertical, cylindrical or rectangular bulk tanks, or in portable containers such as tote tanks and drums. These containers are usually made of steel or polyethylene. Containers should be labeled with the type of oil. Labeling will often include the capacity, the safe fill level, and an ID number when applicable. Bulk tanks and fuel pumps are usually equipped with some type of overfill protection. This may be an automatic device installed in the fill system, or it may be a high-level visual and/or audible alarm. Overfill prevention is also accomplished manually by watching the gauge, sight glass, or meter during a transfer. The operator or operators must know when to slow down or cease filling. In addition to the container itself, oil storage areas generally have an additional means of accidental discharge protection. The most common is called sized secondary containment. The concrete berms under and around this tank battery are a good example. Secondary containment is exactly that, a second or backup container. If the primary container leaks or even fails entirely, the secondary containment will capture and hold any oil and prevent it from contaminating nearby surface waters. Secondary containment is always sized to capture the full capacity of the single largest container inside. If the storage is outdoors, this capacity is further enlarged to hold both the contents of the failed container and the precipitation from a large and simultaneous rainstorm. Diversion is another method of spill containment. Sump pumps and oil water separators are sometimes incorporated into containment systems as well. These tanks appear to be without any method of secondary control. But closer examination shows these are double-walled tanks, a tank within a tank. Manufactured to very exacting standards, these tanks are a good way to prevent discharges and have the extra advantage of being very compact. Containments must be made of materials that are impervious to the tank's contents to hold the spill until it can be detected and cleaned up. Formed and sealed concrete, steel, plastic, and membrane-lined earthen berm basins can meet this requirement. In cases where secondary containment is not feasible, a team of employees should be trained in quick response techniques to deal with any oil mishap. These teams would be equipped with spill response and cleanup tools, and would be on call immediately when oil is being transferred or transported. While quick response teams are acceptable, passive methods of containment like berms and catchments are preferred because they do not require any active human intervention and will work 24/7, even when the facility is unoccupied. In addition to storage areas, SPCC plans must also address oil transfer operations. Transfer operations also require protection. Some type of secondary containment or diversion is often used. This tank truck offloading station is equipped with a low berm all the way around it. It allows the truck to drive in and out, but at the same time provides secondary containment in the event of a release. Locations for storing portable oil containers, like drums, are also specified in the SPCC plan. To minimize the potential for a storage capacity violation, unneeded or empty containers should be removed from a site as quickly as possible.